Right now, there are people playing Black Ops 2 and Black Ops on PS5 in 2026 instead of the newest Call of Duty, which is Black Ops 7. And that's just not a nostalgia joke. That is an actual player behavioral shift. So the question I want to ask today is very, very simple. When Call of Duty started porting their old games, did they accidentally kill the demand for their own releases? You got to think about it, right? Because for everybody to leave the newest Call of Duty, Black Ops 7, and ignore Modern Warfare 4 and go to the ports, that is a big problem to have for years to come. And that is because these games are genuinely good and some of the greatest Call of Duties ever. Now, for years, Call of Duty ran on a yearly release model, new game, new engine, new improvements, new content. Everybody moves forward together. That's the business model the whole franchise was built on. Me personally, I always thought it was a problem. I always kind of compared it to the iPhone. When you upgrade your phone every year, there's not much of a difference. However, if you wait 4 years to upgrade your phone, there is a huge difference. And I always felt like Call of Duty should have adapted that style. But hey, you know, they are a corporation. They need to make money every single year. And that's how they do things, right? Now, releasing these games, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 on PS5, on paper, that is a win. They've generated a large amount of income. They made up for the loss of income for Black Ops 7. They gave players the games they love the most. Nobody has to say goodbye to their old favorite games. But once people actually got their hands on these older titles, something happened and a lot of people did not come back to Black Ops 7. Me personally, I am one of those people. And to even just answer that question, you need to think about why are people choosing the old games. Reason one is plain and simple. The movement and the pacing. We've talked about this before. A lot of players genuinely prefer a slower, more methodical gunfight in the Black Ops 2 and Black Ops era in comparison to the very chaotic and everybody's jumping in the sky modern titles of Call of Duty. Given the choices that we have, plenty of people are picking the older versions of Call of Duty because it feels more skill-based rather than just a gimmick. Reason two is very simple. All Call of Duty maps were built tight and no gimmicks as well. Nuketown, Standoff, Raid. These maps were designed to be a little bit more slower, but more predictable movement system, which I feel like nowadays, when you get into the newer Call of Duties, everybody's just everywhere, and you can't really find a good spot for you to really kind of map out what you want to do strategically. When players get access to those maps again, it reminds them of what they've been missing out on. And reason number three, the newer Call of Duties are just annoying in the fact that they come with a bunch of battle passes, store bundles, and a bunch of operators that nobody really cares about. Yes, they are trying to cater to a younger audience just because the older audience eventually will no longer play the game. But for the people who are diehards who do still play the game ever since, you know, they were younger, these are just annoying to look at. Why is Nicki Minaj running around my screen with the fatty? Like, I don't need to see that as I'm in the middle of a gunfight. For a lot of players, especially older players, and I even feel like some of the younger ones can relate, that is just too much. Like, we want a little bit of a downgrade when it comes to the customization of this game. Reason number four, community and content creators. When creators start making content around old Call of Duty games, clips, montages, essay videos, whatever it may be, it pulls more of the casuals in. It feels more like a community rather than, hey, this is Call of Duty where a large population of people play. Attention is a resource, and old Call of Duty content pulls from all different sorts of angles of the game, whether you're a casual player, an in-depth player. They give it something to hold on to. After saying all this, it's worth asking, is this actually a mistake on Call of Duty's part, or just a side effect that they're fine with? From a business standpoint, they're keeping older titles alive, more accessible, and generates revenue. And again, they make up for the loss of money off of Black Ops 7 through platform fees, in-game purchases, as well as, you know, just the older COD audience wanting to come back and be invested in the franchise long term. Because again, these games are genuinely good games. If they did not release the Modern Warfare 4 game coming soon, if they just took 2 years off, these people will still be playing Black Ops and Black Ops 2. Now, there's also an argument that isn't unique to Call of Duty at all. Plenty of live service and multiplayer franchises deal with players facing split across old and new entries. That is just a natural problem to have, but with Call of Duty, knowing that they haven't been the same for quite some time, this can be very sticky for the long term. Now, me personally, I love Call of Duty so much that regardless of what happens to the next game title, I'm gonna buy it regardless just because I love Call of Duty that much. But I'm also aware of the other audience. Some of my friends, personally, don't want to play the new Call of Duty no more. They find no interest in playing it and they just have no reason to buy it. So it's less Activision shot themselves in the foot and more Activision created a situation their own back catalog is not competing with their new releases for attention, which is real tension, even if it's not necessarily a mistake in the traditional sense. Did they kill their own game? Here's where I land. I don't think porting old titles kill the new Call of Duty games outright. Sales numbers and players count for new releases are still large by any normal industry standard, but I do think it's expose something in Call of Duty that they didn't really want to expose, which is when players are given a real fair choice between the old Call of Duties and the newer Call of Duties. A meaningful chunk of that audience is going to pick the old school, not out of nostalgia alone, but because the moment that these gameplays hit the platforms, every aspect of the game is just so much better. That's a harder problem than a marketing issue. That is a design flaw. It's one worth Call of Duty actually listening to rather than just noting player counts and moving on. So no, I don't think Call of Duty killed their own game by releasing the ports, but I do think the ports killed the illusion that everyone actually wants the newest movement system, the newest monetization model, the newest map design, and more than what came before. If you look at these games just off of each individual element, which whether it's the pick 10 class system, the map design, the movement, sometimes stripping it back is what the Call of Duty fan base wants. And it also tells Call of Duty you need to listen to your audience more. I know you need to evolve. I know you need a change. That's just how the way business goes. But for the most part, you have a community that's very invested in you. And if you would just listen, people would take you serious again. Another thing you got to know is the skill-based matchmaking system. There has been constant conversation every single year that people do not want that system. And now when we go on to Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, we don't necessarily have to think about, yo, am I going to go negative this game? Is this going to game I'm going to sweat? You can go into each game knowing that you're going to have fun. Let me know down in the comments, are you still playing the newest Call of Duty, or have you just gone back to the old ports like myself? I haven't picked up Black Ops 7. I have not even just decided to even load up that game or the hub at all. I'm playing Black Ops 2 and Black Ops until Modern Warfare 4 releases, and even then when Modern Warfare 4 comes out, I'll play it for a good while. If it's not a good game, I feel no remorse at all by going back into Black Ops and Black Ops 2. Those games are just genuinely good and amazing games. Thank you all for watching the video. I'm gonna go ahead and let the live gameplay just go ahead and play. You can hear me range, but until next time, I'll catch you on the next one. Oh my god, bro, I took damage from a fucking EMP grenade and died.
Oh my god,
Top house.
Alright, got him.
Oh, damn.
By the AC unit on their spawn.
Damn.
Bro, how did that sunset get me?
How did I get 2 assists in a row?
Friendly hunter-killer drone deployed.
Damn. Bro, I'm dying from fucking nades. I forgot I don't even have flak jacket on, no wonder.
Sniper, get down! Sniper!
Damn.
Be advised, hostile UAV incoming.
Oh my god. Praying and praying.
Let's go. Sticky going out.
Damn it, bro. They pulled up on me. Golly.
Bro, this dude throwing the fucking C4s, man.
Hostile UAV alive.
Teammate, you're pushing me, bro. Bro, these stupid EMP grenades are annoying.
Attack reload. I've got you.
I wish the game kept going.